What's up, players?
Someone's head exploded.
Welcome back to another episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Did you know 99% of viewers haven't subscribed?
This episode brought to you by popularity.
We're not actually sponsored. I can't say that for real.
It's not a sponsored video.
We just got DMCA.
Are you talking to us, the players, or viewers?
Yeah, that's
players.
a question I've been wondering.
99% of you guys are not subscribed.
Future Andrea.
Including Chunt, including Eric.
I'm subscribed.
No.
Yeah, I'll just jump right back into it then if we want to, with where we left off last time.
Owl's head exploded.
Yeah, who's Matt?
That was bad. More importantly, I pulled Kane Cromwell's foot from Claw's body.
More important.
That'll be a major story beat in the future.
Is it?
Well, I'm assembling Kane
back together. I think
Flesh golem.
I think it's the time has passed that you can reattach the foot.
We just need
something about, I don't know. You need to do it.
It's in D&D. They revive people years later. What are you talking about?
Was it on ice? Was the limb on ice?
Yeah, when I pulled it out of, it's canon that when I pulled it out of his pocket, it was within an ice pack.
You noticed that it's been seasoned.
God.
Jesus.
So yeah, we
too much lemon
Claw. Ugh. We killed Claw. I do have to distribute his items to the group. I'm not just gonna hoard them. And then he's got monsters running around the village still. And the barrier's still pulled down from what I understand. We still have that problem.
It's not his monsters. My understanding is it's just the Jorge's, right?
I thought
I actually thought that they were just coming in because the Jorge's was floating in.
Yeah, I don't think it's his monsters per se.
Gotcha. Okay,
not to be like nitpicky, I just think it's
No, that makes sense. And then Alex, as you mentioned, Al exploded into a giant centipede. He also oh no, never mind. Sorry. Al said a badass line, "You'll never harm my mistress again," before he killed Claw. I have that written down. And then Al exploded, turned into a giant centipede.
Do we know? Well, I guess we would not. We'll never know what he did to Al's mistress. Now we'll never know.
What did you say? We'll never know?
What happened between Al's
how
mistress?
How
he harmed her.
Oh, well, we might, because I still have the cloak of her cloak, so I can chat with her. I'm in the other realm with her, aren't I? Yeah.
Also, importantly, when Owl killed Claw, a voice whispered to Owl, "You will make a great host." So, something to worry about.
Well, we don't know that. The characters wouldn't know.
Yes, sorry. Don't tell your characters, just for us.
A little secret between people.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a great spot to pick up, as we will jump back into the encounter builder. Should be available for you guys to pop back into. And I think if we're gonna go right through
this episode brought to you by Encounter Builder.
As you find yourself right where we left off, Riviera, CB, the two of you separate from the rest of the group. Watch as Owl explodes into this giant centipede that rips out of his body. A pink mist floats through the air as the body parts kind of snap away from one entity. Riviera, with all your owls there, this creature rises up. We are still in combat, so I'll turn it to you for your turn, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, and PetSmart got killed.
Yeah, you heard screams that the PetSmart has fallen, probably because of the
difficulties.
Probably
because of the undead elk that you left to its devices in and around the PetSmart.
And he's like, "Oh, a PetSmart, animals."
The hope of Elpis and Eilif.
Oh yeah.
Have jointly charmed a wyvern that was getting its nails done by Danico.
I love that you put wyvern in there.
There you
Makes
go.
me so happy.
So we'll just jump back into Riviera's turn with what he would like to do. And you see this thing just like...
Should I paint this one?
Oh. It is a megapede. It is a single megapede. I hate that word.
Mega because it's more than 100 feet?
Or because it's a really big centipede.
It's just a big
Isn't Centa
megapede.
meaning 100 feet? Discussing?
how narrow is like the alleyways, Eric? I would have kind of been running near them.
So the alleyways that have like the little lines through them, those are generally normal sized right of ways. So you're looking at maybe 20 meters width, so 60 feet wide, with the alleyways being anywhere between 10 to 20 feet in the alleyways.
Okay, and how wide is a megapede roughly?
Width wise, you're looking at about 10 feet.
So it could fit into an alleyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
How long is a megapede?
Roughly 60 feet.
That's not a mega.
600 square feet.
Megapede's not actually a thing. I just came up with a cool name.
Yeah. I just
It's
okay.
whatever Eric says it is. It's Eric's fucking universe.
Like
Yeah.
It's like giant centipede. Now that sounds lame.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I do realize that I'm still a horse. So
Don't you hate when you realize that?
I'm gonna trot around.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
trot around to behind CB, cutting through the alleyways.
Sure.
And ye old owls are going to jump on Mr. Megapede and start slashing.
Okay.
Don't say owl so soon after.
Yeah. Whenever the pack moves within 10 feet, you can see, and whenever a creature you can see enters a space within 10 feet, or ends its turn there, deck save.
Yeah, that's a 6 plus. Not enough. It fails.
Okay. Perfect. So 3d10 slashing. 15 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, nice. As you see this giant centipede, this megapede, getting eviscerated by all the claws of these owls flittering around, it lunges up trying to slash back at them. You can see a couple of them kind of get hit. As they slash in, they do the damage, so you definitely see it get hurt. But you can see that anything that like clawed into it, are these... Wait, first of all, are they... I need to know what kind of owls these are. Are they actual owls, or are they
Yeah,
like...
they're owls.
Are they like fey owls, or
Oh,
like
I
what's
see what
the...
No. So this is
Spectral.
it's conjured animals, so they are nature spirits.
Nature spirits.
Spectral, intangible animals.
Okay, so you don't see anything. You're good.
Okay.
All right, move on.
I was imagining tiny little mats floating around.
I was gonna say it's so weird that
they all got like a frizzy little hair.
it's very poetic that owl got eviscerated by owls.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just my movement. I do have an action. Why can't I find this?
No, forget how to play.
Go ahead, Joy.
I mean, technically I have a bonus action too, so I'm gonna bonus action. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna get spicy. All right, I'm gonna bonus action drop my shape change.
Okay.
So I'm back into my normal form, and I'm going to cast. As you see, like just the hair start to stand up on Riviera's
There.
like neck and scalp, as it seems to get a little bit more staticky in here. And I'm going to drop a Call Lightning on top of Mr. Megapede.
I wish I had that.
So coming from where you saw the lightning bolt before, you see a shock of lightning come down towards this megapede.
Now it is a 10 feet tall cylinder with a 60-foot radius. I'm going to make sure we're not in that radius.
60-foot radius.
So you can call a lightning.
I
you can
guess-
call in that radius. So it's like a bolt of lightning. You pick a target within that radius. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it doesn't hit everything within 60 feet. You're correct. So within 5 feet. So I think we're good.
Yeah, you pick a spot.
We'll see. CB might not be.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I understand
so-
how this works.
Yeah, as long as it's within 60 feet of you, can pull a lightning bolt. So it's just gonna hit that. Kablamo. Dex save, I believe.
Yeah, it's still a deck save.
That's a 13.
Does that saves? That's the number.
Okay, so half damage.
That's the
Uh,
number.
And then we're gonna jump to
Are we, Eric? Are we technically in a storm right now?
Are we in a storm? No.
Are we in a storm? Was that first lightning bolt that came down?
No,
Did
you
that
have
put
no
us in a
idea
storm?
where that came from. That's a mystery to be resolved at a later date.
Okay. Gotcha.
Eric,
So that's
sorry, go ahead, Sean.
that was just another 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Sorry, it saved, so half that.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, and that will be my turn.
Eric, is there any way we can throw the initiative order back up?
Is it not up?
Not that it's not on my screen, but maybe I've done something.
Hit refresh.
It's not on my screen either.
Oh,
Oh, no,
look,
you have to
Order.
tap 2 arrows.
You're gonna get dumped.
I got them. I got it. Thank you.
Not brought to you by.
Okay. What was the wyvern doing? Elpis and Eilif.
His nails.
Well, the wyvern's currently getting a pedicure, right?
Yeah, but you had commanded it and created a crown of madness on it. So one, it was charmed towards you, seeing you guys as friends, but also I believe
And it would go in and attack the other monsters.
target something.
Yeah. Eilif has a matching daisy chain crown, halo, and she's basically gonna tell the wyvern once the pedicure is done to just go and start just making our way. I'll follow Elpis, I guess, back wherever Elpis goes, and we're just gonna try and like take care of the spider and take care of the big things and the small things and try and tell it to clear out
Danico
Sonder.
Danico said, "You can't rush perfect nails. It's gonna be a bit.
That's fine, I guess.
Do you want this
But-
thing to go now?"
Yes, because I don't know how long my spell actually lasts.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
That's
All right.
true.
Well, I'll put my polishes away. And he looks dejected, but he lets the wyvern go. Half.
Yeah,
half
we only
the
got
nails are
1
done.
minute,
Okay,
so
yeah.
we're chasing everything as fast as we can.
Okay. So I would suggest that the wyvern would target the first thing it comes across. Which direction would you like it to go?
North?
Elpis, dangers.
I was thinking north. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, we'll make our way back to the center of town and try and keep the people out of the way.
All right, it
Eilif
starts,
is just going to keep screaming to get people to go back indoors.
it starts flying north. You start to hear a roar, a screech, some like ominous laughing, like and then a like crunch and like flames hitting something
Yikes.
as you hear a couple of bodies hit the ground.
Oh, Jesus, Sean, spider. Big spider.
It was not a spider.
It is over here.
1 second.
Oh, I was gonna say that
Sorry.
wasn't a spider. Oh, you're talking to them. Oh, the book. Oh no,
Kleenex.
it's just the Kleenex box.
This episode sponsored by Scotty.
Tournament of Hearts. Check it in March.
If your spider ain't dead, you get a free.
Okay.
Scotty's improvised 1d6.
All right, so
Sorry,
Eilif, you're up
Like-
next.
Oh, I'm up. Wait a second.
You just
I think I
just acknowledge that Sean was a hero today.
Yeah, he's got the.
Oh, I do get a turn. Oh, ever cool. Okay. So Eilif's keeping concentration, but what she would do is she would actually try to. I don't know how far away I am, but I'm gonna try and give the other. Are there any immediate dangers around me as we follow the wyvern around?
Nope. It sounds like he's killing a lot of things in front of you.
Eilif's gonna keep following the wyvern and keep telling it to like keep attacking not villagers as
Now-
we go. Sorry, Courtney, did you have something to add?
No, I was just gonna add that it's still gonna be charmed by me for an hour. So, just something that I don't know, Andrea. I know that we can't command it any after that, but it's still charmed. So that's something that we can keep in mind.
That's great.
All right. As you catch up to the wyvern, you notice that it looks like it's killed a pack of gnolls that were in this area. With a
Oh.
flame breath, you notice that whatever building 9 is, is on fire. Ringo's Bingos is lit up with some type of flame. But
Ringo's Bingos. Okay, that changes what she'll do then. If she sees that, she will. Can I do
I'm
this?
just gonna help you out here. As Ringo Bingo is like lit up. There you go. Okay, carry on.
The couch is going downstairs.
Is there? Oops! I'm sorry, I accidentally moved that. Eilif is going to try and make sure there's no one in Ringo's Bingos.
No, you can see that people weren't there. It's not Wednesday, so there's nobody like in the bingo hall. You would know this instinctively from previous episodes.
Okay. So what she's gonna do then, if there's no immediate like people in danger and no immediate danger other than commanding the wyvern, she's going to take out a little piece of copper wire and just point it in the what she thinks is the general direction. And she's going to try and contact CB and just say, "We've got a wyvern. We're coming. Is Claw still there? We're bringing backup."
I'm gonna just say
Okay.
they are just out of range.
Oh no! All right, it's her
Okay.
turn.
Next in the order is Elpis.
Okay, so because it's the wyvern is charmed, I think what Elpis is first gonna do is go over to Danico and drop off Marianne and Caleb in the library.
Okay.
Because Danico is a trusted ally, and I think that that's the safest place for them at this point. And then after that, with whatever, if there's any movement I have, Elpis and her Hope are gonna move towards Eilif and the wyvern.
Perfect. Love that.
The television show.
I'll make sure that nothing happens to these two. They are safe inside my store.
Excellent.
I thought it was a library.
It's a library store. You know how those work.
Oh, it's a esthetician. CB. Oh no, wait. Let's back up. The Megapede gets to go.
Because I was watching it on the thing, and you're just clicking through it. I'm like, all right.
Box. Use a Kleenex box.
Okay, I think
Only good for spiders.
the
It's
centipede.
super effective.
The centipede kind of looks down, sees where this lightning's come, is going to like fall onto its body, its chitinous carapace with the legs. Most of the legs are
I just love that. That was awesome.
are like starting to move kind of in tandem as the whole thing starts to get some locomotion. It starts crawling up a building and then down the side of the building, then up another building.
Get it, Sean. Kill it.
How far away? Like what's its moves? Like rough. Like obviously, I don't need like in game or what am I seeing in the world? Like how far away is it?
It was right next to you.
So opportunity.
Yes, you get. I was about to say you get a chance to opportunity attack as it steps out of your.
No, you weren't. You were trying to get away without an opportunity attack.
I don't
Get
think
'em!
I will because all I have is my fists, and I'm not gonna bother to just try and punch this megapede. So
Cool.
What if it's only got one hit point left?
Your passive insight knows that's not true.
But like, how far? I'm wondering what its move speed is because it's this massive creature, but it's got 100 legs.
So it's going
More than 100.
as it moves over one building, down the side, across the road, up another building, down the side again. Kind of like it's almost like crawling over the buildings as if it's just terrain. And it's going to try and you see like its mandibles bite into Claw.
Mandible.
He did.
But wait, so I thought Claw was next to me
Claw's on the ground.
because I had looted him. Did I walk away last?
Yeah, you backed
episode?
a bit away. So you made like 15, 20 feet distance. You're still close to him, but not right next to him.
Oh, okay, so when you said over the buildings, I thought you meant like very far away, but it sounds like it's just that's the route it took
Like
to
it
get
just,
to
yeah, just it's like the buildings weren't even slowing it down.
Yeah.
It was focusing on you.
Is the sentiment that I want to give you is that this
Centipede.
thing is not slowed down by structures in its way.
We need mega structures.
As it starts to sink its mandibles into Claw's body, you start to see the figure, the Rakshasa that's laying motionless on the ground, start to shift colors slightly. And you know what? I think that'll be its turn, and it'll save its thing. Okay, CB, now it's your turn.
Eric found a way to bring Claw back because we killed him when we weren't supposed to last episode.
But Claw doesn't have a foot, so it's fine. I am going to pull out from my component pouch a drop of molasses, and I'm gonna go like that.
Can you blow molasses very far?
This is the first time
I
I've
know,
ever
it's
tried
actually
to
really
add
nice.
flourish to a spell, and it wasn't good. But I was putting myself out there, and I will never do it again.
If you don't trust him now, maybe you don't trust him in the relationship.
CB?
Yeah.
You know what?
CB?
It's like bubble gum.
Yeah,
Inspiration.
This is magical glasses.
Inspiration for that.
You can't sell a wizard.
In
that
fact,
can't
you know
blow
what? Take Elpis's inspiration from her.
No.
This is. I can't believe you're so mean to me. When have I ever exhibited this behavior?
Keep going. I was intrigued. I'm sorry.
I'm going to cast,
No, go back to your
Slow.
visual.
and it will do the following effects.
It's like I'm there.
So, yeah, but that is what I'm going to do. It's a Wisdom 15 save on this creature.
Wisdom 15?
Yeah.
It's
I assume it's not wise.
no, that's a 12.
Cool. So speed is halved. Takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't take reactions. On its turns, it can take either an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can only make one attack if it takes the attack action. If it casts a spell, let me know. There's another piece.
Okay. Okay.
It's like I'm there.
Don't worry about the spells.
Yeah. I think that's it. I'm not gonna try and get any closer to this fucking thing.
Okay, you see this like thing that's punctured into claw, whether it's like the body, like the movement of this body that's kind of like not oscillating, but it's like, you know, like it goes through, like there's I'm trying to think of a good think of like
I know what you're talking about. Like when you is it like when you do like if you do like a skipping rope and you do that and it like flows through
Yeah.
like a sine wave?
yeah, that slows down, but the pattern stays there. And you can see that the chest cavity of claw seems to start to raise as something's getting like injected into it.
No.
I don't like that.
Danico's taking care of the kids. Well, let's jump over to Fate because they're
Wait, point of order. Does Claw need to make a saving throw? Because he's just dead right now, right? Okay.
Generally, if
doesn't
you're
get-
dead, you don't do a saving throw. But that's
But
just
does he not get
my limited
slowed?
knowledge of D&D.
He doesn't get slowed?
not a creature technically.
Okay.
He is an object.
Likewise,
Yeah.
Likewise, the magic's not reflected to you, so that's a bonus.
That's true.
Okay, so Leichelle,
Fate, actually.
Fate. Yeah, sorry.
You can edit that out so no one.
No, it's too late. Okay, Fate.
As long as they're not looking at the
You find
the zoom.
yourself in a very odd space.
Yeah.
It's a small
That's
like set of ruins
Oh.
where in front of you you see a throne. You hear the whistling of wind on the air as cold like fall temperatures. You see fluttering of leaves, howls off in the distance, and like I said, a stone throne in front of you. I'll just flip you a quick image of roughly what I was trying to describe.
Do we all get it?
Yep. This throne made of stone with silks and pillows seems to be calling to you.
Is this what I did?
Nope. You're looking at the cloak itself in your inventory. Where you are.
Sorry, I was just looking at spells what to do if I'm stuck there. Oh, interesting.
Sound like
This
something.
throne seems to be calling towards you. Just like there's no words, just this like yearning.
I will later.
You get the feeling that it's asking you to come sit.
All right, Eric. All right, Eric. All right. I'm going to sit. I call it. What's the fuck is her name? What is her name? What's her name?
Go to your inventory.
Gloam?
No.
What's her name though? Queen of Darkness, Goddess, Hedonism. Does she have a name? Do we not know her name yet? Mrs. Gloam.
I love this. Keep going.
That's what I say. I'm not gonna say anything until
When you sit,
if it fits.
as you sit down, you hear it's you make out what you think is words. You can't put a voice to it, whether it's in the air, in your head, but it's welcome, mistress.
Gloam, is that you?
No response.
I'm looking for the Mistress Queen of Darkness. Oh wait, you just said welcome, mistress? Right! Right! To who am I speaking with as the mistress?
God.
You are the mistress.
Right, but who are you?
It's just like the wind telling you you're the mistress.
Oh.
There is no-
Who was the last mistress, Wind?
What bidding would you ask of me?
So we've got a Stitch back home. I was hoping for some wards to be replaced because they were kind of canceled out, and in return, I will return Owl back to this realm.
As the mistress,
Because
it
P.S.
is-
I would have lied anyway, but I don't know Owl's dead.
as the mistress, it is your job to make sure that the god of hedonism is kept alive.
Aren't I the god of hedonism?
As you feel the cards in your hand, you notice one of the cards starts to fill in
Mhm.
with a picture of a middle-aged man in
Oh
his 30s.
fuck, is this Owl?
With the word owl,
Is that me?
with the word owl, and the word hedonism. I see. I'm sure that with you coming here, that you understand your responsibilities in keeping our our precious alive.
Hmm?
That his power remains checked by you. That you don't let him get too far ahead of himself, because his urges could destroy us all.
Yes. Definitely.
But
not.
without him, unchecked, that magic in the world is a danger far greater than he contained.
Okay, hypo.
So how's he doing?
Hypothetically, if he does become checked, or unchecked, how could I check him back into place?
That's not a question for me.
Wind, do you know anything? Okay, Wind, okay. So there's no real nothing I can do here.
This domain is yours.
Can I like
As the mistress, you are welcome to shape this realm, this domain, as you see fit.
when I look around, so I see this domain. What is beyond it? Does it look like a mirror world? Does it look like something I've seen but in a different, you know what I mean, like the upside down versus the, you know?
As the Queen of
It's a pocket
Darkness,
dimension.
as
Oh,
the Queen of Darkness,
I'm not asking you this. I'm asking
As the
DM
queen-
Eric. Like, what do I see?
you just see a cold forest, wintry fall leaves, wind blowing, wolves howling.
Are there words around in this domain? Wind, how do I create words?
That is not a question for
Mm.
the wind.
Fucking NPC. Out of dialogue options.
You gotta paint with all the colors of the wind.
Right.
Nice.
All right. So my true duty, as you said, is to protect Owl.
Make sure the god of hedonism is kept in check. You control the gates to his power.
How do I control the gates to his power?
By unlocking what he needs as he needs it.
Right. So I'm rolling a dice.
This has always ended well.
So I set fire. No, I'm joking.
I mean, like I was right there with you.
Did he leave any tomes, or readings that, he's a very quiet guy. He doesn't say a lot of things. How can we, without just straight up asking this very alive person, is there any tomes or readings that he would have left that can direct us towards? He just speaks in riddles all the time.
I'm a non-sentient wind. I don't know why you're trying to reason with me.
I'm not reasoning. I'm asking. Does he have any journals or books?
You just hear, "Don't let him die" on the wind as it fades.
Lowenstein.
We'll cut back to the rest of the action.
Okay.
What are you doing? Yeah, give me a quick.
I was gonna warp back because I don't think I'm getting.
Okay, you pop back in next to this megapede.
Yeah, I go, guys, Owl's dead.
Riviera, what are you doing?
I'm just showing the card.
Can I see that this thing is doing something weird with Claw's body?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very apparent.
Okay, lightning bolt straight down onto Claw.
Okay. Is that bonus?
Disintegrate,
Is
motherfucker.
that bonus action?
Yeah.
No, it's a spell action, so that is my full action to do that. I
Uh,
believe.
That's a 15 to dex save.
The dead body of Claw, it rolled a 15 to dex save.
No, the megapede.
Oh, I guess it is everything in 5 foot.
Yeah. Claw gets.
But I do centered on Claw's body.
You hit the body, the energy dissipates. That doesn't seem to have any effect on it. But you do hit the centipede.
Wait,
Don't
what?
forget, it's got a dex -2.
Oh, so 13. 13.
13's the number, unfortunately.
Matt's still in this chat.
Yeah, I hope he sees it.
Yeah. That's a 26 points of lightning damage. So
Jeez,
half
this
that.
thing's so strong.
Man.
Lightning's very powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run up within 5 feet as well because I'm psychotic. I don't want it to run away.
Okay.
And then bonus action, turn into a bear.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah, Riviera's gonna start getting a little bit beefy. You start to like a bad 80s cartoon, just him going into his shape change with the bear armor suddenly
Excuse
coalescing
me.
around him.
Excuse me, princess.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna hop up to the other group. It's the Wyvern, Eilif, and Elpis' turn. I'll just do the three of you in tandem. Maybe it's easier that way.
back on.
Yeah.
Eilif is going to keep directing the wyvern to the next thing and the next thing as they make their way. She'd be trying to kind of make her way in a loop back towards the square. But Eric, I'm assuming that we would all kind of know if there are major shops or major points of congregation or something like that where we might want to check if people were waylaid.
Sure.
Is there a community center along the way? Because she would try and swoop there to make sure the wyvern could take care of anything on that path.
How Stardew Valley of
with
you
the-
to
with
save
the-
the community
with
center.
the map and the numbers.
I
are
know,
kind of-
right?
The map and the numbers are kind of the locations that you saw as important locations, or at least some of the higher
Okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing covered in the smoke. Then it would all be okay.
Not that you're aware of. Not yet, anyways.
Okay.
But I will say you guys are able to make some room, and you come across another undead elk. The wyvern's going to give it an attack roll. That's going to be enough damage, I think. Jeez, yeah, you see this wyvern with its 2 claws pick up this giant elk, rise it off the ground, start to crack it in 2, and then throw the 2 bodies down, then just starts feasting on
What happened to Tara
on the body.
Almost.
But Eilif, you see that phase spider no longer afraid. Come across the roof next to you. As the wyvern's taking care of the elk, there's a phase spider there, and then what are you doing?
I see the face spider. I know I ran past it before, but Andrea, wasn't there to know what I did or what happened. So if I see the face spider, I'll turn my attention to it and I will just try and like shoot a starry wisp in its direction. So these like little fireworks kind of explode onto it. Wait, has it noticed me? I'm guessing it did.
Yeah, it's coming for you.
Okay. I'm going to try and hit it right in the eyes like a flashbang. Try and blind it a little bit if I can. 12.
12 does not hit its AC. You just see the shot go wide as it phases through kind of where you fire towards, so it doesn't get hit. Elpis and your hope of creatures, or your hope of Elpis's.
Yes, so I'm gonna move over towards the phase spider as well. Okay, go over to him then. Go
Hi,
to him.
puppies.
There you go. And I want to. I'm just double checking if I can reuse my beguiling. Is it called beguiling?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I can reuse it once. I think I just still have the. You know what I'm trying to say?
Use your words.
No. Like I've already done the frightened with the mirror image, so I don't think I can do it again, right?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't it I don't think I could do it again. Immediately after you cast an illusion spell. So I've already cast the illusion spell. So
It's always prepared. Can you just cast it again?
I think it's every time. That's your whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'll cast I'm gonna actually change my mind. I'm actually gonna cast command on the phase spider.
Beguiling magic. Sorry. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it until a long rest.
Yeah, I need to do another long rest,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So I'm gonna cast command on the phase spider.
Okay.
And I want it to flee. It needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save 11.
Yeah. It fails.
Okay, so
Fuck it up.
So to the phase spider, I'm gonna say, you want no part of this. Go back to the forest where you came from, and I'm gonna make it flee.
okay.
Sounded like Gandalf.
I like that. So on a
Inspiration.
yeah.
Can I have it back, or does it still belong to Cam?
No, I didn't take away yours. Okay.
But he should have.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the megapede as you get this thing that seems to is following your commands, but we'll get to it when it gets to its turn. The megapede pulls like its mandibles out. You see the 2 mandibles kind of dislodge from the centipede and stay in claw, like they've kind of like a stinger off of a bee.
Oh.
Kind of break off as it starts to like spray like an acidic out of its mouth. You see 2 more mandibles kind of grow and take its place as it swings its attention over to BeaRiviera, and is going to take
BeaRiviera? I thought it was. He's a horse.
An
I miss
infesting bite against you.
Ooh,
Oh,
oh, indeed.
have your armor.
Hold on. Maybe it'll hit. That's a 12 to hit.
That does
Man,
not.
I hit rolling clown shoes over here. So that's his.
Yeah, we like clown shoes here.
That's his first attack. Really needs to. And it's slowed, right?
Yeah, if he
Sure
only
is.
gets one.
That slowed is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's all it's gonna do.
Everybody
It
gets
a bonus
one.
action or bonus action or an action, and if it attacks, it can only take it once.
Yep. CB. You're up next.
I am going to cast Antagonize on the creature.
So like molasses for that, or like?
1 second. Let me get into character. I pull out a playing card out of my pocket. It apparently depicts a rogue. It's interesting. And I don't know. I do a cool like flick thing or something. And then, oh yeah, I whisper. I forgot. I whisper magical words that antagonize one creature of a choice within range. So I'm gonna say, I know creatures with more legs than you.
Okay.
Really hitting at its self-worth, eh?
I don't know what it values. It's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
2 plus whatever.
Okay, so it's going to take 4d4 psychic damage, which I know isn't much. But hear me out. Hear me out. Where's your tiny d4?
Damn it.
Thank you. It's so tiny I can't even see it. Okay. 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm rolling clown shoes too. That's not bad. Okay, so it's gonna take 9 damage, which is not much, but it must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of my choice, which is going to be Claw.
You know what'd be great is if it had reactions.
It doesn't have reaction?
No, not with slow.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no, your own spells that you tried to stack don't stack.
If the target can't make this attack, it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the start of my next turn.
Oh,
There we go.
amazing, Cam.
All right, we go over to the phase spider as it blinks out of existence.
Oh yeah, I forgot that face spiders do that.
I feel like Cam just went galaxy brain.
Yeah. Without like by accident.
You see numbers. You see numbers kind of floating by across his head.
Like his original plan didn't work, but the backup plan just happened to work like even better than the first plan.
All
I'm
right,
confused. with the face spider.
Fate, you're up next.
Mhm.
We're talking about different things.
Oh, okay.
Guys, Owl's dead.
Yeah.
Who's L?
Owl.
Oh, Owl.
Wrong campaign.
And there's a mega piece in front of us.
What is Megapede? Celestial, asking for a friend. Celestial, elemental, aberrations,
type.
undead.
Weak to
Yeah.
fire types.
Not lightning types.
Stupid.
This is an
All the
actual
millennials-
question.
All the millennials were getting.
I have an actual
Flying
question.
type also works.
That's true.
Don't read my thing. I don't look at your thing.
Do you
Don't
have
look at
do you
my
have the
thing.
charges for it?
Don't look at my thing. It's 6 charges. I have 7 left.
Oh, nice.
Joy.
I cast Forbiddance. What is the Megapede? What are these creatures coming in?
I don't have to tell you.
Would I know?
Your character would know, right? So you're probably just casting and hoping.
Wouldn't
it
I
works.
know?
Do you have to choose one?
Yes.
Okay. Choose one.
He can look at it through his own DM stuff.
Yeah.
I want it to be a surprise. What are these creatures, do you guys think? Fiends?
It's like a summon or wait, yeah, because it came. Oh fuck, what would it be? Like a. necromancer, summon, or something? What is it?
Undead?
No. Lee's asking
Oh.
us in person.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's undead.
Out of character. What do you guys think?
What? Like, yeah. What would it be?
Not an elemental.
List them off.
Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. What do you
Fiend
think?
or aberration?
One of those two.
What and what?
My first thought was fiend, but
See, I thought
What
fiend
cast?
or aberration.
But a fiend is more like devil, right? I think in this one. Am I wrong? Like more. That.
I think you're right.
Andrea, thoughts?
My thought is aberration, but this also could just be a beast of this world that we
Yeah.
just have not seen before. In which
Yeah,
case
yeah.
it's like none of the above. It's
Eric-
just a monstrosity.
Eric, would I recognize this as a beast?
You could be pretty confident that you don't know any beasts that look like this.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
figured.
it's monstrosity.
You know that this would not be on your beast
I'd
list.
say aberration if you have to choose for that list. I'd say
Monstrosity is a size, right?
No. Monstrosity is a thing.
Okay.
It's like beasts.
How big is the town?
Pretty large.
Like in feet?
Like 41 square miles.
Use. I use that. I create a ward against magical travel that protects up to 40,000 square feet to a height of 30 feet above the floor. For that duration, creatures can't teleport into the area or use portals. The spell proofs the area against planar travel and prevents creatures from accessing the area by way of the astral plane. So the guy just can't blink back. It also damages types of creatures that you choose when you cast it. So that's what I was trying to see. Like, I wanted to create that protection, but also I'm going to say aberration.
Is this an instant cast?
It's a fucking gloom pelt thing that is a lot of charges.
Does anybody know what just happened?
Yeah,
What's
I
the move?
create. Are you talking in character?
No. Well, Sean asked if it was an instant cast, and you did this for a while, and then said moon pelt. And I don't know what any of that means.
Timestamp that.
Sure.
It's a very powerful spell because I'm wearing a gloom pelt.
Michelle, I love you.
Moon pelt.
I can do it. It's 6 charges.
Yeah, you can. What's the casting time?
It's only 10 minutes.
You cast it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
he's
that's the rest of the session.
The town will be raised by then. We'll all be fucking dead.
10 minutes is a short amount of time.
Each turn is 6 seconds.
I'll
Eric
see.
had a fight go longer than
I
a
don't
minute.
care. I'm doing it because
love
I'm
it. I love it.
now
It's good.
committed.
That was the rest of the charges in that cloak. So
So like, oh, you could like leave for the next 3 sessions. After that 10 minutes would have.
There's no way that 3 sessions are gonna be 10 minutes, but okay, I get what you're saying.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's good. I love it. Keep
It's
it
only
going.
been 12 seconds.
That
don't care.
molasses just everybody.
BeaRiviera.
Oh, I'm
That's
up
6
already.
seconds. We're counting down.
6 seconds
Okay.
for a round.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Andrew's right. Correct me. It's 6 seconds for a round, not per person.
Listen, everyone.
That's it.
I think it's a cool spell.
Mhm.
Okay,
It's a great spell.
I'm going to take a step back.
I mean, if
I'm
you
gonna
get the
cast a
worst.
spell.
No opportunity attacks because it doesn't have reactions.
Exactly. We're gonna let the lightning come down again. Give me another dex save, Eric.
Oh, it's so much quieter. You know what I think?
Ooh, that's a 14 plus 2 minus 2, so 14.
So you're still saving. That's going to be 22 halved, so 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get on up right back in there. Bear Grylls.
Pick your name. You can't have all of them.
I don't think because I'm using. I really should stop using that,
Okay.
but it's like it's fun.
The wyvern carries on towards the next pack that it can smell based on what you guys have been doing. I will ask what you guys are doing, Elpis and Eilif.
I want to keep going north.
Just keep running. There's a phase
Yeah.
spider, or there's a spider that disappeared. I don't know what it's called, but it disappeared and it's big and it's scary.
You start to see some plant blights start to
The
creep.
disappearance was that fleeing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's disappeared into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Oh.
He
Okay,
can't,
that's
'cause
great. Keep running. That was awesome.
He can't because in 9 minutes and 50 seconds he can't blink out.
In 300 turns, he won't be able to blink back.
But I just want to keep going north with the wyvern.
Okay, the wyvern is going to get up to a bunch of plant creatures. You see
Okay.
kind of stalking around. They're like basically large shrubberies that are
Oh no, large shrubberies!
slamming against the side of a building, damaging some of these houses. I think this is specifically Lomort's. It's going to use its fire breath attack on these guys. It's going to do some damage, about half. You see them catch on fire, like it's very effective, but he singed them, so he didn't do as well normally. So you've got 4 of these things in front of you. What are you guys doing? Eilif, you're first. Elpis, you're on deck.
Toll the dead to the closest one.
What?
Toll the dead.
Toll the
The
dead?
closest.
Yep.
It's
go.
a save. You save.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
The target is missing any of its hit points, so it's 2d12
Correct.
necrotic. Bobby threw my other d12.
Oh no.
Ooh. Ooh, 18 necrotic damage.
All right, you see it burn up under your magical energy.
Ooh, ouch.
You hear voices from the crowds going, "Oh, thank you, thank you! There's more around the corner!" As the people are screaming and kind of running from these monstrosities. Elpis, what are you doing on your turn?
So I'll need to get into a position where I can see one. Can I do that?
Easily enough. We're not going to worry about.
And then what I'd like to do, is I'm going to raise my hands up and I'm going to say, "Let there be light in the town of Sonder," and I cast Word of Radiance, and the 5 feet around me is going to be so bright that if they fail their save, they take some damage. It's a con save.
There we go. They saved.
Pooh.
Sorry.
Can I just say
Yeah.
that was really cool? I'm glad you added that flourish. And
No, I like
got
it.
into stuff up there. It was really cool.
Boop. Thank you. That sounds good.
It's the Megapede's turn, unless you're doing anything else on yours.
No, they failed, so it's fine. Or I failed. They failed. They saved. I failed.
Okay.
That's it.
You didn't feel, Courtney.
Andrea, did you ever end up using that bardic inspiration you got last session?
No, but I still have it, right?
Yeah. You still have it. Yeah.
Because it hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
It hasn't been.
No, it has not been 10 minutes yet.
Cool. That's it for me, Eric.
Okay. The Megapede is going to attack. You know what? It's gonna crawl over Claw, and it's gonna back away from you, BeaRiviera. So if you want to attack it, you're able to. Fate, same with you. You get an
How
opportunity.
long does that take? That sounds like a lot of movement.
Do we have
5 minutes?
do we have an opportunity, like, do we have advantage on this because he's slowed?
I don't think so.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, I don't think.
Digger, digger.
You get one.
Digger, digger.
Minus two to AC though.
Okay.
Just one?
Um,
7.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Question for you. Potion of pugilism for the brown bear. Are my attacks considered unarmed? Both the bite and the claw, or just the claw?
Yes.
And
Okay.
ain't got no arms, just leggies.
I'm just curious. I don't know how it works.
What's
You're
up?
so stinky.
The 1 on a D8. 6. Before. Wait, is it all radiant damage? Is the potion not radiant damage?
Potion's not radiant damage.
Okay, 5 points of non-radiant damage and 4 points of radiant damage.
All right. But as it flees, it's gonna pick up claw and start making.
No. 0 movement speed. Yep.
Here we go again.
Also,
Oh,
is
I
it?
know, Bobby.
It can only take a bonus action or an action, right? So
Yeah, that's all it did was pick up claw.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric.
Cool.
Hey.
CB,
Whoa.
you're up next.
I'm going to run over to Claw.
Mhm.
And I'm going to cast invisibility on myself as a 3rd level, and myself and Claw, and make us both invisible.
Okay, so you climb. You'd have to climb up to the megapede because it's carrying this thing.
I thought I couldn't pick him up because I had no movement speed.
It didn't.
Oh, that's it. Picked him up, and that's all I could do.
Yeah. You can do this.
How? Yeah. How? What's it look like if I
Oh
were
wait,
to do
hold
it?
up. I gotta back up. You bit into this thing.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta-
sure
We
did.
gotta resolve that. Make
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, you're gonna be pulled.
Logically, I shouldn't have bit it. But we're gonna see what happens.
I think
That's
Riviera
a
has an oral fixation.
5.
Ooh, okay, so if it's 5 less than the save, you're both paralyzed and poisoned.
No,
Okay.
you stopped it from moving, and it stopped you from moving.
That's how that works.
You are paralyzed and poisoned for 1 hour.
Okay. It's like 6 of those spells that
No,
Fate's
sorry.
trying to.
You're poisoned. You're poisoned for 1 hour, paralyzed until you can find a way out of it.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
fuck!
All right, cool. This is gonna be bad. CB, what are you doing?
Bad for who?
That thing I said. I'm gonna. Well, what? So how does it look like when you said it picked up Claw? What are we talking? 5 feet off the ground? 60 feet off the ground?
Like 10 feet. You could climb a little bit off of a couple legs to get to him.
Fuck it.
Like
Let's
a
try it.
ladder.
Yeah, I'm gonna ladder this thing,
Okay. You climb up.
and I say that out loud.
Invisibility, the two of you.
I mean, don't I have to make any checks to ladder it?
No, I'd say it's easy enough. It's slowed, so it can't really move its body enough. It's sentineled, so it can't really move at all. So I'll give it to you.
Okay, I do that, and then I make us both invisible. And as a bonus action, I'm just wondering if I can do anything to I want to try and wrestle Claw from this thing's arms, but that's probably a full action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll at least make him invisible right now.
Fate, what are you doing?
So before I get yelled at again, this forbidden thing is not concentration, so I'm okay. I can cast it and walk away.
No, you have to spend the 10 minutes casting it if you want to do anything else.
Well, sir, that's what I'm doing.
You can do something else if you want. If you want to drop the forbiddens.
What are the chances that we're gonna be 10 minutes in this entire? What time is it?
Not the way these guys are going.
It's 8:50. Will we be 10 minutes?
You get the sense that these guys are chewing through this thing pretty quickly, and that 10 minutes seems like a long time if they're able to hold this thing in place.
Okay, I start. I spend the 6 charges. I'm like, oh shit. All right. I go invisible. I cast invisibility. Can I do that?
Yep.
That's my action.
Okay.
You can't see me.
Yep.
How do I do that? I get a free action?
No, that's your action.
Well, you get a free action though.
What? Who gets a free
What?
action?
You always get a free action. Like, you know,
Free
you can
action.
talk and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, you can talk.
Talking's a free action, but you don't just get any free action.
I meant talking.
Action.
This is not free action.
You need a free action potion to get one.
I can't move, eh? I can move. Yeah. I'm gonna move because I'm invisible now.
Mhm.
So I'm out of the way. Can I go this way?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. BeaRiviera, please give me a Constitution saving throw. See if you can break the paralysis.
Do I get a free action?
Yeah, you get a free action.
That's a
I'm just
dirty
not gonna play
20.
anymore.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, God.
Can I take bardic inspiration?
Do you have one?
Oh wait, I need bear constitution. Sorry, that's
I'm a
only
bardic
19.
inspiration.
Yeah, no, you
Oh, shot worse.
Well, I didn't know if it was better or not. It was my only hope.
don't. Okay. As you feel yourself kind of lock up, your jaw locks, like where this like the poison has kind of entered your system. As you see this thing kind of like swing around towards you, the wyvern is up next though.
Wow.
Oh no, these guys are up next. They are going to slam towards the wyvern. It's gonna hit, miss, and miss. So the wyvern's gonna take a little bit of damage. And then the wyvern's gonna blast them again. As you see the blights disappear. So what do you guys want to do? It is Eilif's turn next.
Thinkers.
Sorry, there's no the plant. The plant thingies are gone.
The plants have been burnt away from the fire.
Okay. Okay, Eilif is just going to command the wyvern to keep going. She's going to keep going and keep looking out for any immediate threats and trying to tell people to stay inside, stay indoors.
Yeah.
And once more, she's going to take out the. Oh, if I get there, can I see the shit show that's going on? You see, Eilif was about to like take out the little piece of copper wire to message CB as she turns a corner with the wyvern behind her, both of them wearing matching daisy chains, and she sees the megapede with the BeaRiviera and Claw and just this whole thing happening, and she just slowly puts the copper wire away. And she's going to tell the wyvern, okay, that thing, that's your dinner right there. That should last you for weeks. And as she points, there is this like small little lightning style bolt that's made out of feathers that kind of comes down and strikes at this creature because she doesn't really know what it is. And it needs to make a dex saving throw. The megapede. That's all she can see turning the corner.
11.
And everybody fights.
An 11.
Okay. No, it fails. So it is going to take. What do D8s look like? Okay, so it is actually going to take 10 radiant damage as the feather lightning kind of like hits it and then just sort of finds a crack in its armor and just sinks in a little bit more.
Okay. All right.
And she's just going to make sure that the wyvern sees this thing.
All right. Elpis, you're up next. What are you doing?
So, oh fuck. Okay. I am going to run up as well, and I want to run in on the kind of on the other side of the combat, and I want to do a quick assessment to see how my fellow teammates are doing. I understand that CB is invisible, but can I tell how Riviera is doing?
Riviera looks.
I'm also invisible.
Yeah, Riviera is the only one you can see because the rest of them are Riviera looks like locked up, frozen, not moving.
Do you have any
So what I was,
curse or anything?
I don't have remove curse.
Any of those ones though?
No.
Okay, we don't.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh wait. Aid. I don't have to be able to see them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go into this area, and I think that Elpis will get the sense that there's other people in this area. Like some of her teammates are here, but she can't see them all at this time. So she's going to cast range, and I'm going to choose Riviera and Eilif. Are you doing okay?
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
doing
okay.
a.
Okay, Riviera. Well, I'm gonna choose 3 anyways because it's temporary hit points. So I'll do Eilif, CB, and Riviera, and I'm going to cast Aid, and you guys get an additional 5 temporary hit points.
Eric, do those stack?
No.
Okay.
Girl.
What?
Thing.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many hit points I have at all, but I can hint.
Oh,
How many rats?
I think you'd be too far.
No, I know. I'm just laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the megapede. Kind of growing on me. I think the megapede
It's growing on the building.
is going to take this opportunity to run. Claw and CB, just because you're invisible doesn't mean he's still not holding Claw.
Doesn't this thing have 0 movement?
That was last turn. And
Okay. It's got half movement though.
he's got half movement, but he is able to move. You're hanging off the side of him as he's holding Claw. He's going to move and trample over anything that's in the road, which is Fate. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ten. Shit.
Bye, Fate.
You're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you get stepped on your foot.
Only 1 point. Not bad.
My toes.
I go out.
As like the series of legs come down around you, one of them like punctures through your foot, but the rest of them, so there's not a lot of weight on these steps, as it's gonna get maybe into here, as it drags through all of you, and then it has an action.
Hello.
It's going to try and, because it knows where Claw is. It doesn't necessarily have eyes, so it's just going to try and bite into it. As you feel CB, as you're on this thing, you feel a pulse of like a muscle reflex kind of jolt through this creature, as it seems to be like that feeling of like something throwing up.
Like me on Saturday.
I can't think of the word there. Like the regurgitation effect. The gag, like it's like gagging.
Yeah, when you hear your dog's gonna throw up and you're like,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
That's what it's doing. As this thing just collapses in the middle of the road.
Oh no.
I'm gonna drop us out of combat.
What about the?
Courtney's parents just called, so I gotta run off for that.
Let's take a break there.
Okay. Perfect. Sorry. I was waiting to do my turn, but if we're gonna run out of
All right. Well, what's up, party people? We're back.
Are we party people or are we players? I don't
And
understand.
is the audience the party people? and
Party
we're the players?
players. I don't know. The whole thing. Yeah, we're gonna drop out of combat as the large megapede slumps in the middle of the street. I should.
What caused the slump? Did it just transfer its energy?
No, maybe it's 8 o'clock. Usually how I feel.
Yeah.
AM.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? I'm just gonna turn it over to you guys.
So me and
I yell, guys, Owl was dead.
you're yelling it to like 2 people, right? Because I'm invisible with Claw.
I'm invisible as well.
So we just hear a voice say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next thing that we need to worry about is within a minute this wyvern might turn on us. Just letting everyone know.
Is the wyvern summoned or what happened? Or where did it come from?
The Jorge's.
And then you convinced it.
Yeah.
Charmed it.
I think Eilif is still going to tell the wyvern, unless there are again any other immediate threats. She didn't see the slump, so she's gonna like run around the corner and tell the wyvern to attack this thing's body anyways.
Okay.
Sorry, CB, she does not see that you are invisible there. I know the wyvern has a fire breath. But that's she doesn't feel you're there.
How it goes.
Yep.
You know what? I'll say because we're not in combat. I'm gonna say it's just gonna go start feasting on this thing. It's not moving, so it's gonna start biting, and it's gonna read it to say, "Another delicious meal. I feed well with you, little one."
Yes, and you remember that. You know, don't let your daisy chain crown slip.
It's coordinated with my manicure.
That is true. You look fabulous.
Partially
Things
finished.
are
aren't you?
things are great in Sonder, aren't they?
No. Have you seen around here? What happened?
No, I mean for the wyvern. You should be happy here. You don't need to eat us.
New mascot.
Yeah.
Ah! There's a wyvern trying to eat me.
Guys, Owl is dead.
I'll drop invisibility because I can just do that, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna drop invisibility and I'll drop it on Claw as well.
Sure.
Claw's dead too.
Heck yeah!
His body does not appear.
Thanks to Horse Boy.
Wait. What did you say, Eric?
His body does not reappear.
What?
What?
I turn off invisibility.
Sure.
I try it on. I flick it on and off again.
You burned a spell slot.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I don't have one, so I couldn't do it.
Nope, no body.
Okay, well, just to clarify, his body was here. Him and I went invisible. And as you can see, I'm back. But he is not.
Huh?
But he
So-
was dead.
So he's
Right.
so
Go ahead.
hold on a second. So he's gone or he's there? And he's
So-
dead? That is good.
I'm gonna touch where I think he should be.
Nope, nothing there.
Ah! I don't know. He was right here like seconds ago, just before he turned the corner. So his body is gone, or I do not know where it is. We have lost his body.
You lost Kane's body. Now you lost this body. Stop losing bodies. How do you lose bodies? They're dead.
Kane lost his own body, and then what was Kirsten's character's name?
Dawn.
Dawn lost Kane's body, or we lost Dawn specifically. Kane's body, we know where it is. It's with Dawn. We don't know where Dawn is. But Kane lost his own body.
So it's probably fine.
I did lose Claw's body though. That one's on me. I'll take responsibility for that one.
So wait a second. You said, are you going to join the conversation?
Oh shit! Right, we should probably fix
Yeah.
that.
I don't. This is out of my. This is out of stuff that I've never done this before. I don't know what to do.
Eilif is just gonna do a slow circle. If there are other threats, she's gonna tell the wyvern to go. She doesn't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
She's
say over the
gonna
next
tell-
little bit, Eilif is taking the wyvern around, cleaning up town, picking up some of these things. We're not gonna go through the turns.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but-
yeah. Yeah, she that's her priority.
Is there we've kind of talked about this already, but is there anyone that's a healer in town?
There are, but nothing like too magical. It's more like healers, not menders, if you will.
Do you
And the forbidden spell is done.
can you do anything? Can you learn
Let's see.
remove curse?
As you feel a wave of energy wrap across Sonder, as this wave of forbiddance lights up. What do you? What creature type did you choose?
Aberration.
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 Okay, cool.
Yep. You're welcome. There's a word for a whole day, but this isn't gonna hold.
I have a stone that keeps tigers away. Do you see any tigers?
Give me that stone.
Yeah, it's right over there. It's across the road. There's a tiger. This is Magic Land, Cam. I can just say I see it, and you have to say yes.
Yes, and
I don't think that's how it works.
No, there's no giant tigers here. There's only Walmarts.
nice.
Oh, that's good.
Closer.
Well done.
Can you learn remove curse? Do you have that in your spell book?
I don't think I do, but I can't do it until I rest anyway.
Why do you need remove curse? What's going on? What
Because, you know,
happened?
Riviera's did a thing where he bit that megapede, and now he's frozen. So, who's the sucker now?
I don't have anything that can take that away.
I don't either.
We're gonna need to take a rest after this, otherwise I'm gonna be useless. But for right now, apparently, this is the most useful thing that we can do. And she's gonna flick him on the nose.
I do
Has
that.
lesser restoration.
Oh, you do have lesser restoration. That's good.
I want to
Flick
just.
Riviera on the nose.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
flick him on the nose as well, but not cast anything.
And
Okay.
Elpis just looks around like she's missing something and also flicks him on the nose.
Nice.
Okay. You feel that one of the 3 flicks release you from your paralysis, but much like the electric chair, you don't know which one it was.
Much like the electric.
I don't get your comment, but
I don't quite get it
Because
either.
there's a number of people that flick a switch at the same time, so they can't determine which one actually pulled the trigger.
Gotcha.
That's awful.
in an electric chair? Interesting.
Green Mile. Tom Hanks.
Hold on a second.
Good
Before we
movie.
get too far off topic, to come back to it,
What?
Eilif is gonna do just a slow circle and look at, like, I'm assuming Sonder is in ruins, the PetSmart is.
Yeah,
Gone.
I'm gonna say there's a number of buildings that have been destroyed. Let's roll to see which ones you've lost through this.
No, I don't like that game.
You lost the chaotic goodwill.
Oh.
Chaotic goodwill.
That's
That's
funny.
pretty good.
Really good.
You've lost. Oh no, Blood and Sweat got destroyed. And I'll give you one more. You lose. Oh no, Happy Hours is gone.
Oh no.
All these ones that we didn't know existed until now.
You've been to Blood and
And
Sweat.
now I wish we had have been going to all along.
Why are we even exploring outside the city? There's so much to see inside
Yeah.
the city.
I think
I really like chaotic goodwill. That's hilarious. Yeah, Eilif is gonna do a slow circle and look at all of the wreckage that has just been caused, and she's gonna kind of like turn back to the group and be like, "Why did Claw come here? He said his house was burned, so he's burning ours. This whole city is no longer safe. What the hell, you guys?" As
Well,
she kind of remembers, there's a little note in her bag from the flock telling her to keep Sonder safe, and it's no longer safe. And for the first time, you kind of see like a rage start to shake over her.
Well, aren't you the town protector?
Yes, but I did not burn Claw's house. What happened out there when we split up with you guys? Whose fault is this?
The fates decided, so really it was the dice.
Your dice? Are you kidding me right now? People are dead because of this.
Well,
You
Claw
better-
attacked us. That wasn't. We didn't like go out and find him. He attacked
Yeah, I mean,
us.
this wasn't just a random reaction. We were getting attacked, and the escalation was decided by the dice, and it ended up doing well up until now, which wasn't Dice's fault.
I mean, we were there when you guys ran after Claw.
Because he had
Right.
Kane.
What's that?
I don't think he didn't have Kane at that point.
He did.
He was running. You guys brought in Kane with them.
No, you brought Kane's body with you to his realm through the portal. We got left behind. You guys brought Kane there. Do not try and spin this because I listened to the episodes 2 days ago.
Someone's recording us? Fate becomes sentient.
Well, I'll take your word on that. If I remember correctly, we went after him because he was threatening the realm, though. I mean, I'm not saying mistakes weren't made here, but I'm just saying it wasn't a blind. The guy was literally saying he was gonna like tear everything down and create his new order. So we thought we were protecting the realm, or whatever the city.
Right. I think, yeah. Don't forget that we don't know what you guys experienced
Yeah.
over the past little bit. We just heard that 2 things were set on fire. You had Owl, and someone was very, very pissed off at you because of the cloak. That's all we know.
Well, ultimately, none of that even matters except for the claw part. Like that is in terms of relation to this and him showing up here. As far as I know, right? Like us pissing off Owl, Perb, Dr. Perb,
Susanna Perb.
Susanna Perb, thank you, is unrelated to Owl coming and burning down our house. We went, but the reason why we went through the portal is because Claw was spouting off about how he was basically going to create his own system. The god should fall, and it should be him. He just wanted to be the new god. So we were trying to like check this place. We just, in our protection of it. What? Okay.
Failed. The word is failed. You're looking for the word. The word is failed.
Yes, but it's a good thing it wasn't our job to keep her protect. There's a town protector who's supposed to do that. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying. There's a person behind.
Are gonna clench. You see the daisy chain kind of like come askew, and she kind of fixes it. I think the spell is definitely over, but I also feel like she would try and keep the daisy chain as long as she could.
Yeah,
And
I'm getting super, or not me, but CB is getting super defensive. But Cameron's fine, just to be clear. But CB,
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's not happy about it either.
She's gonna kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We need to make sure no one's dead because of this. So if you want to help, sweep the town and make sure no one's dead. And anything that doesn't belong in town, kill it.
As you're kind of saying this, you see Frank and Bernard running to the center of town. Oh no, Granny's dead.
Oh no. Who's Frank and Bernard?
The 2 janitors.
The 2 who?
The
The janitor. Right.
I do not remember.
I don't remember them.
They were. I definitely thought it was one person at the time.
Oh no.
2.
Frank and Bernard. Franken being the first.
Bernard. Yeah. Okay.
I thought we only met Bernard.
That was a long time ago.
Ages ago.
With Granny dead, the ruling of the town falls to the sheriff or the the Drake Warden in this situation. We've come to you guys on, you know, what should we do? Everybody saw the heroics that the 5 of you have done. Like protectors of Sonder?
Let's not just, titles need to be earned.
Protectors of Sonder.
POS for short.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That's very good. I know it's not my job, but how do we get the wall back up? I feel like that's one of the most important pieces. Like-
I have a wall right now, and it's good for a day.
But that's not protecting the Jorge's and all that, like everything.
It protects this town.
It's keeping
Only from
aberrations.
aberrations.
It's keeping aberrations out for the day.
But like
We need-
people are like Yeah, go ahead.
Evacuate. We need to evacuate the town.
Which means through the boats, right? Like that's the only way is to like get off this island.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, how are you going to get all of these people out?
I don't know.
Look at the city, right? I mean, obviously the dome came from something.
The gods, we know that.
Okay,
The gods aren't here anymore.
and what have we been looking for this whole time?
Okay, but until we find a god willing to put it back up, we can't just have wyverns wandering around where there's children and grannies, who I wrote as one word in my notes, just granny, and that's it. No significance there.
I-
So what are we gonna do? We have to keep these people safe. We gotta evacuate because this is the fault of someone. Sure, I won't name names now, but at one point I will.
Frank, is there any way you guys can get the wards back up? Like someone built these. Like
The what?
The wards.
the legend says they left into the Jorge's. You guys have made it there and back.
Are the wards out in the Jorge's or are they in Sonder?
The person that made these wards was said to have gone into the Jorge's, never to be seen again. But maybe they've survived like you guys.
Are
I
these
don't know.
wards physical? Can we see them, Eric?
So you see those gray squares across town? Those are the wards or the placement of those wards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the barrier that was connected through all of them. That was like a dome over the town.
Okay.
So
Maybe we
they're
should go
they're
and investigate one. Like I would do that if other people are checking on the monsters. I'm not very useful in that way.
Well, she's like reaming us out. You'll go check.
No. After this conversation.
Elpis just walks away as I was
That's it. I'm out.
turns quietly, fades into the hedge.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I didn't realize where we left off when I rejoined.
No, that's okay.
We were just arguing a bit.
You and Andrea.
No, Andrea and I are really enjoying it.
I know.
But,
I believe it.
oh, but Eilif and
Eilif and
CB.
CB. Yeah.
Let's go take a look at these wards then.
Wait, okay, if I say something, we've been friends for a while, right? If I put a suggestion out there and you just say, no, it's impossible, but then if Frank comes up here and it says the exact same thing, like, oh, go out and get the wards, you're like, let's fucking do it.
Well, we have to do something, and also I did not realize this whole shape of situation going on here. I definitely thought it was just a dome coming up from the ground.
too.
Didn't realize that there were things we
I
could go
actually
and see.
thought that. I thought that. Too.
Thank you. Yeah.
I would like to go and investigate. Yeah, I don't want to rehash old wounds, but I think we really need to work together as a team. If we're gonna, for some reason, we've all been put together into this mishmash of a group. I don't even know how I got on that boat to begin with, or what I was doing to come here. And
we came here as a group.
I know, but
We failed as a group.
yeah.
And we'll succeed as a group. It's
Wonderful.
no any individual's fault.
But I think we're at a crossroads. We can either decide to work together to solve this conundrum of the world and
The problem of today.
the problem of today, or we can go our separate ways and do what we need to do. But if we're not going to do this together, what's the point? So I think we just need to work on our teamwork, work on our communication, work on our impulse control. And
Impulse control.
Impulse control.
Control.
You had it up until the last sentence.
impulse control, like not setting things on fire and whatnot. But that's just one example, maybe.
You're dice don't have impulses. Dice don't have impulses, but the dice are a member of this group. Are we good with that? Because the dice caused this, and now people are in danger because of it. And let's not pretend that that's a we situation. Okay? I'm not taking blame for the group project that failed, okay? I did that enough in school.
So we're all going to talk about the dice in the room right now.
Yeah.
I will say, while we were separated from you guys, I listened to Fate a couple times, and it actually was extremely enlightening. We haven't even got to talk about the mountains of information that we found in the cavern, the time cavern, where we saw the
Time
different...
and place for that, I guess, but right now is not the time and place because the city's on fire.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, I fully empathize, and I agree with you that Fate's dice thing has caused us a lot of issues. But
Point of order, can we not call it a dice thing? It kind of diminishes my whole belief system, but continue.
Okay, sorry, a die thing. It's singular, right?
Singular die. That was
Saying die sounds like it's dealing with death. I don't like that either.
Fate, I'm trying to defend you right now.
Okay, go. Just go. I'm just saying, it's my belief. This is my entire belief system. Continue.
So anyway, my point is that I don't disagree. It has caused us lots of issues. Lots of issues. But I have seen the good that can come from it. And I think there is a way to channel it. I think there's more than what we're just seeing. We're just seeing the one side of it. When I kind of opened up my mind, we saw a lot more.
Okay, so then what's your answer?
I don't... Fate, what do you call it? If you don't want to call it your die thing.
No, I just you said
responsibility.
Wait, let her talk.
you said more than one or just one side of things, and I was just doing no to Riviera, who was gonna make a sided die pun. I could just feel it.
No, I was actually trying to defend you and let you get your word out. If you would like.
Continue. I want to hear what you have to say because I think it's better coming from you guys, and I want to hear.
Well, I was just trying to make sure I didn't defend you again, but you decided to talk about Riviera. So the point is, the Fate's die thing is I don't have the answer to it. I'm just saying that I think there is a path forward, and we need to figure that will help us if we can channel it properly.
Can I ask something? What makes you believe in it? What happened with the die?
There was two occasions. The first one was that we had a conversation, and I was asking the same questions you guys were, and Fate convinced me that there was more to it than just to roll the die, and that it wasn't just a whim. There was some fate to it. So I tried it, and I should have died when I went into a sand pit. I thought this sand pit was literally a quicksand pit was going to kill me, and it literally led to, again, I don't even know what to call it. We were able to go in again and again and experience like a time dilation, like and gain a ton of knowledge on this place and this universe. And I don't know if we saw different realities or different universes or what, but I've never experienced anything like it. That's all I can say. It was literally a different place in either space or time or both. And I wouldn't have done that without Fate guiding me.
You went into a sand pit and then you rolled a die?
No, I just Fate rolled a die and said, you got to go in. This is the way to go, because I didn't want to, and I had agreed to listen to her next move. And she said, you got to go in, and I went in, expecting to die. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it actually was like a portal or something to a different place, or time, or both.
Eilif is just going to turn around and look at like the dead elk carcass and the ruined buildings and the things on fire, and she is going to walk away from this conversation. She's
That's
done
fair.
it. She's gone. She's done. She's going to go investigate one of the pillars. She's just going to walk away. She does not deal well with this and is leaving.
Yeah, that's fair. It sounds like nonsense. Like as you're walking away, I'm just gonna turn to like Riviera, like because you're the only one that wasn't there, and be like, I know it sounds like nonsense. I completely. That's where I was. I'm not saying that like to free reign.
Something that we haven't done yet really is talk to Fate about why this system is so important to her. And maybe I think the other thing that could be helpful is for us at some point to share our feelings about why we were so concerned about it.
Well, I did talk to Fate. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If this wait, is this a specific religion?
It's the opposite. I was raised on religion, and I was raised on being the next written out story. And the second things happened in my town that showed me that it doesn't matter, you could just rip up the book that they say you're written from. I had this feeling, and I just started rolling dice, and I said, you know what? It doesn't actually matter. And this dice just is, it feels random. I don't know, but it is not random. It's leading us in a direction. It's leading us every time I do it. I know, you're angry about this ultimate leading to, Elpis. Not Elpis.
Eilif is gone.
Oh yeah, I know. Eilif is angry at like thinking this is me, but like I don't think this series of events was like because of the dice roll. I think it was ultimately a good thing, and they would have come after us anyway. I don't know. I just think we can blame it on it, or we can look at it as a series of events that just kind of happened by chance, but not by chance.
I might agree to disagree on that one. He did come in and say, you burned down my house, I'm going to burn down yours.
He was very specific about that one.
It was mentioned.
But he could have said anything. He could have been like, you pissed me off, I pissed you off, you know? Like, we would have pissed him off anyway. So I feel like he would have come in anyway. You know? I feel like it would have just happened, and I'm so glad we did burn his house down because he's a bad dude. So
The thing that I'd like to add, though, Fate, is that sometimes the decisions that you either do or don't do are so over the top that it's like, do I burn the house down or do I not burn the house down? But where did that idea come from? Like, how did that get put on the table?
I rolled a 6.
So
and
what
a 6.
What would a 3 have been? You only burn a little bit of the house down? Like Elpis
It's always an all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. Okay, so it's a coin flip.
Well, so that's a little too much like a Batman villain, so I don't want to go there.
Wait, do we? Sorry, is it offensive when we compare rolling a die to a coin flip?
Is it offensive?
Yeah, it is all or nothing, but I mean,
But what I'm trying to get at, Fate, is the idea of burning the house down is where my problem is. It's actually less about the die. It's about that's kind of what I was getting at with the impulses, is that there's some kind of thing that you have an idea, and then it could be really catastrophic, and then it's up to the die to decide if it's catastrophic or not. But it wasn't the die it wasn't like 6 options: burn the house down, run away.
It might as well just be a coin flip.
It was just that you had the idea of burning down the house.
but it's not a coin flip. It's an original idea.
But
Dave literally at climbing on the side. Dave literally at climbing today. He's like, it's like a coin flip then, because I was telling him, and I was like, no,
it's not. Stop it.
stop it.
maybe when the voices tell you to burn the house down before you roll the die on it, we could all just talk about it first and decide as a team, and then
When the voices tell you to burn the house down.
Well, all right. LP's all right. LP's all right. How about, I mean, I'm working on my communication. That is something that's not great because I did burn the house down without saying it to anybody. But like I said, my argument to which, Chunty over here agrees is like, it's just, sometimes it's not, you can't.
Was that in character?
Yeah.
I both love and hate that name.
I thought that was just the Riviera and Eilif that knew about that. Did you
Yeah,
tell them when
did
you
you-
were?
Yeah, we know Chunty.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. That's the point. Nobody knows except for you two.
No, I knew. I was there,
I don't know.
wasn't I? I haven't
No.
written.
No,
I haven't
you were-
written that I call you Chunty. I have like 4 pieces of information, and
Well, if
one
you've
of which
written
is-
it,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
we'll have to go back and check that episode.
We're literally
But no-
having a
Now-
character developing story. Look,
I
it's
might-
CB name stands for Chump Ugly. Start calling him Chunty.
Yeah, I might have come out of the thing and said and told the group. I can't remember. I'll have to check.
I wrote it.
If it was in a session that we were part of, it was just to us.
Yeah,
I
but
remember that specifically.
But I wouldn't have been. I was in the session typing it, so like. Anyway.
That does know
You
it.
might have not realized you weren't there at the time.
What?
Your character was so high during that whole fucking dinner whole piece.
Anyway, Chunty was telling me, I think sometimes you can't discuss things. It has to kind of just happen. And that was like with the sandpit. It just happened and we ended up in Dimension and, we could have like a 20-minute conversation.
that one is a good example because it still allowed
We
CB,
did have a conversation.
you did have a conversation about it and you gave an opinion and then CB had the decision to follow it or not. Versus sometimes in our group, maybe I'm just speaking for me here, not the whole group. But sometimes it feels like you make a decision for the whole group, and then we spend a little bit of the time that we have together, while we're also trying to solve this big world problem, trying to put out these little fires metaphorically and figuratively.
Okay, I agree. But from my perspective, it's like you're arguing my belief system. So I don't think it's an opinion. It's like, this is what I know to be true. I rolled a 6. It's not a discussion. It's a choice.
I'm sorry,
Oh my God,
counter
he's
opinion.
gaslighting us.
There is a man named Claw who had a belief system, and you opposed that.
Well,
Is
it was
that not-
wrong because I rolled a 6.
So you understand that belief systems can be wrong, even though a person believes them.
If it's not about dice, absolutely.
Everyone else is wrong, but I'm right.
I only believe in dice-based belief systems.
Wait, I understand.
Screw
Wait.
God.
The record I'm here
Okay,
for.
let me. Olive branch. I reach into my pocket
She's gonna give all of us a dice to try.
and what if I use a D100 instead of a D6?
1 to 50 means
But
you
it
do
doesn't.
one thing.
It doesn't. Yeah, what's the difference here? You're multiplying the denominator. It doesn't matter.
I mean, technically, she's rolling. I will say there is a difference because she's rolling 2 dice.
She's
So there's
quiet
one.
for 2 minutes and she goes, D4?
That's not. I feel like we're straying from the point. Also, as a side note, I will say, regardless of all this discussion, Claude chose to come here and burn down the town.
Yes.
Now, in response to something, sure, but that's not a proportionate response. First off, secondly, we were responding to him attacking, so the guy still chose to. Again, he still had a belief system of everybody's inferior to him,
Yes.
and then he came and burned down the town.
Yes.
Didn't he just want to kill the gods?
Okay.
Anybody trying to bring back the gods or find the gods?
He was trying to wipe them all out.
How about I tell you ahead of time what the dice are leading me to?
Okay.
Period?
Will you be open to suggestions whether or not to change what the dice are leading you to, or is it just a FYI? I'm burning this down in 5 seconds.
Yeah, are you gonna blow yourself up before or after you tell us?
Which got us to a good place, but I will tell you ahead of time. And I love this, actually. Data is beautiful. We can start to see exactly, and we can maybe have a little discussion based on the timing.
I
We
like
can
that.
start charting this. It's not a 50-50, which would be a dice flip.
I'm going to
I
literally
just
pull out a
was-
spreadsheet, a thing, and like make like a spreadsheet.
Just love to encourage.
Not autistic at all. Go ahead, Chunty.
Just
is-
wait. Did she say the words dice flip?
She did.
Something that I'd love you to encourage you to do is just, if we're gonna be keeping track of this data, I would love for you to keep track of all the things, these ideas that pop into your head of what you should be rolling for, so we get that data.
I will
Maybe-
say that. I will say it.
Journal some of those thoughts that you get, and we'll just keep track of them.
It's weird. All the entries just say burn it down. All the entries are.
No, my last entry says Wispy gave me Christopher Nolan in a pocket dimension, and CB's name is Chunt Bugley. These are my
How
two
did
journal
either
entries.
of those? How did either of those relate to a die roll?
Well, I'm just saying that I do journal, but I could add that to the journal as well. I'm here for that. I'm here. I thought I was transparent before. Clearly, that's not what the rest of the group is seeing, and so that leads me to a shame spiral. And so I will try to get out of said shame spiral by telling you ahead of time.
Data and fact and numbers.
That is
It's
beautiful.
always data and numbers. That's why I work with what I work with.
Good.
As you guys are having this conversation,
Wait.
Eilif is working her way around town. She meets up with different shop owners. Perfect for one. Danico comes out to check in, see how things are going. Also works their way out from the apothecaries. So you meet with a number of the BIA, if you will, as they're looking to you for guidance on how to keep things protected.
Oh yeah, the whole thing about being protecting her.
And like trying to figure out what your
We're
plan
like
is.
arguing my dice roll thing, and everyone's like, ah!
Amongst all this, the kind of like the core group of some of the shopkeepers, Drake Warden. We've been working on this for a while, but we wanted to gift you this for at least protecting us now. It's perfect time to give you. And they pull out. We've had Swift sew this up from So It Seems. It's a uniform, a Drake Warden uniform.
There's a double.
And-
So
It seems, yeah.
Drake.
I did not hear them.
Sorry, Link was.
Oh, we were just appreciating the double pun in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
So
I have to ask, did all these names get like rebranded after the previous Punisher had been removed from town, or was this ongoing while he was in place?
oh, you have no idea.
He had enough of it. These are what caused him to outlaw the puns.
Yeah.
He was out of control.
Well, if you recall, all the shop were puns, and that's why the Punisher enforced it. Anyways,
Yeah.
so this is roughly what the you can add some flares to it if you want. We can work with
I
it.
love it.
But
that
that's
is-
roughly what the Drake Warden uniform is.
Oh,
Has been
that's so
prepared.
cool.
That is so cool.
I take it.
And when you when you don it, you realize it's got some like interesting clasps. It's effectively cast off leather armor, so you don't have to like go through taking it on and off. Like, anyways, there's magical effects to it.
Anyways,
But beyond the fact that it's cast off leather, when you put it on, you feel like a warmth, almost like a little bit of a radiance to it. And you feel like this thing has been blessed somehow. That's about all you can get from it. For now.
bless you, child.
Thank you.
Sorry, who
Thank
got
you.
it? Who got the outfit? Sorry.
I lifted.
Oh yeah, Drake word.
Thank you. She'll start like putting it on as best she can if it's a jacket or a piece of armor, and
It almost like puts itself on as you start to like.
It's friggin' sweet looking.
very cool. And she'll start like reapplying her bracelets so that there's beads hanging off of it as she kind of talks, and she'll just chatter with them like, "Is anyone hurt? Like, are you okay? Like, how's your shop? Like."
There's been a number of casualties. A lot of people have been injured. Homes have been destroyed. Some of the shops have been, set back a few years. But as a community, we'll work on it. A lot of people came here with nowhere else to go. So our priority is finding whatever protections, we have. This is perfect talking.
Okay.
So we'll keep on it and. We're looking to the protectors of Sonder of what your plan is, and if there's anything we can do, we'll take your lead.
I'm gonna go and check one of the pillars, I guess, the wards. We'll see what we can do there. I mean, she kind of like rubs her face and like pats Peep away in her hood. If there's anybody injured that you can't heal, just make sure someone goes with them to the center of town and look for either BeaRiviera or Elpis. They'll be able to help you. Okay?
Okay. Send them that way.
Make sure you send them there. I'm going to see how these wards can be put back together, and at least we'll start there. But if you want to start gathering some folks who might be able to help with the wards in the center of town too, perfect. Anybody with any kind of magic or knowledge or books, we'll see what we can do. But we got to get in one place. BeaRiviera or Elpis. They'll help.
I'll take a look at what books I can have in the shop about the wards.
You have a day Forbidden's ward on it.
Honestly, whatever is keeping the aberrations and creatures out is really giving us reprieve, and is probably the smartest thing anybody could do at the current time. It's magic beyond the capabilities of anybody in town. So
took 10 minutes.
We're thankful for the protectors of Sonder. Unless there's like a better name we can. POS seems just kind of bad to use.
No, actually, that's pretty spot on for right now. So you can keep going with that. You have my absolute blessing on that front. You can spread the word, actually. Go through the whole town. That's A-okay.
Lucky for you, shit is not a word in D&D.
Yeah, since when?
I go up to Eilif and I say,
Eilif is gone. Like, unless you're running to catch up with her, she is gone. Like,
well, who 15 are you talking to? Like, where is that?
Just in town. They're like,
You're in town.
she's walking the streets.
Yeah.
It's quiet uptown, and that's where she headed.
She's trying to make her way to oh, sorry, Ken.
No, I was just reminding Lee, Eilif left partway through that conversation. So like when they're coming up to Eilif with this stuff, we're not there, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna because I'm kind of into words and stuff with this coat, so I wanted to help. But if I'm nowhere near it, don't worry about it.
You can try and find her, but
I feel like I would run away, but we were having like kind of a conversation. I would want to run after you kind of left in a huff, but hi. I wouldn't know where you are. I think because like I think we had like a 5-minute conversation and then you were gone. So that's fine. So good. I don't want to take over spot.
She's just gonna go and try and find. She's gonna talk to folks. She's gonna be slowed down, I guess, talking to folks as she goes. If there's anyone who needs immediate healing, she can do it on 7 people, and that's about it. 8 maybe. Nope.
Where
7.
are the wards? Are they physically?
So
are they like
these gray things
stones?
Are the centers of where the wards were?
Right.
Like she would try and go to the closest one that she knew was.
Oh, that's
there.
where she is.
Yeah.
Yep.
If fate would think the same way, then by all means. But she's got like
When
slowed
you get
down.
there, give me an investigation check.
Me?
I mean, we're both there.
Yeah, whoever.
12.
17.
Sorry, me at 12. At 12.
So you start looking over this, and you're having a hard time figuring out. And you hear a voice over your shoulder.
Pause. She's doing that. I try to get her attention. It's Lane Cooper. I'm assuming she's ignoring me. Right? I'm assuming.
I'm so sorry. What was the investigation check for?
Yeah,
Eric was gonna say, but I wanted to give like pepper it by saying like I'm just quietly investigating next to her
the
because
wards.
we're not really talking.
Oh, we've made it to the ward. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the two of us are there, and I wanted to talk to you, but I think you're giving me the cold shoulder, so I'm just kind of there. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to like paint that picture. Go.
Yeah. So as you're looking at the ward, you're having a hard time figuring out what's noticed, and Fate comes in behind you and actually kind of picks up on the fact that the runes and sigils that were across these wards have faded.
Oh, so
They're
we're just
faded.
looking at like smooth stone?
They're faded,
So whatever magic was imbued in these wards is gone.
completely gone. That wasn't a dice roll. Do you have any ideas? What are we gonna do? We gotta be together on this.
You know, you keep saying we, Fate, but I think that's the problem. It's not we here. It's you and your decisions, or your decision not to take responsibility for your decisions of the dice and then putting it all on us. When we were in that cave and you shot Claw in the knee and almost killed him, you did that by yourself and then forced us to make the decision. So I'm very upset with you saying we all the time when it's not we. People have tried to make decisions for me before, and I hated it. So I'm fine with the dice, but take responsibility here. People are hurt because of what happened. That's not cool. And if you're gonna blame the dice, I don't want to be part of it.
I'm never blaming the dice. But I will be more transparent about it, and I will talk about it. You ran away, but Chunty and I have decided that he's gonna, we're we're chatting about it. And sorry, I was trying to be serious, and I looked at Gail. And I'm gonna be transparent. He's gonna hold me accountable, and really just track this and see how the dice actually are doing something amazing. But I did say sorry, and I said, I'm going to be more transparent. I'm not going to make decisions. I'm going to just say this is what the dice are saying. And I think that's a good start. And if you don't want to forgive me right now, that's fine. But at least you and I can agree on the fact that this town, regardless of what happened in the past, this town is now in danger, and I don't need dice to see that. We got to fix this problem.
I want to hear you say that the town is in danger because of the fact that the dice told you to burn that house. That's a fact. I want to hear you say it, and then we can start on this.
You won't help the town until I say that?
I'm already helping the town. I've got some ideas for this pillar. But trust is earned here, Fate, and I don't trust you. Because I don't trust the way you make decisions. It's certainly not for the good of people, and you're shirking your responsibility for it. Like I said, people have been trying to make decisions for me my whole life, and I hated it, and I ran away from it, and I'm not about to let people shirk decisions now.
Well,
the safety of this town is my responsibility, then I'm only going to work with people that I trust to make sure that responsibility is taken seriously. And if I can't trust you, then that's an issue. Children can get hurt. People are going to get hurt. People are already hurt.
Okay. I mean, trust goes both ways, and I can say for sure that the dice led to a series of events, but I don't think it's a negative thing. I think this is part of a bigger picture thing. So, yes, or I agree that it might have led to this, but maybe this is part of it. Maybe this is part of a picture, a story. Who knows? I'm not saying I'm saying yes, I'm take some responsibility for that, but doesn't mean it's a bad thing necessarily.
Eilif is going to be quiet for a very long time, like a very, very long time. And you see the little Oriole peeps is just almost comically kind of like with like two eyes on the side of her head. She has one eye on Eilif and one eye on you on her shoulder. And Eilif is just going to kind of like rub her face and scrunch it down. If you want the first data point for your dice, you can put in that your dice blew you up. So I'm just going to throw that out there as a blanket statement because that is exactly what happened the first time we saw you roll those dice. So that's your first data point.
Blew me up and then what?
The DM let you live. I'm kidding. I do not know how you survived that, but you cannot deny the fact that you blew sky high. That is an undeniable fact that you blew yourself up after a warning. Don't touch the ward. So that's your first data point. And if you agree to write that down, that's fine. We can start somehow working side by side, adjacent in tandem. Close, near, in the general vicinity, sort of.
Okay. Yeah. I think there's a lot of, I think we can, yes, okay. We
I don't
can
care that you rolled dice. I just care about the fact that it's not a we when you do it.
Okay. I agree with that. Let's save this town. We can agree on that.
Danico did say that your ward, the one you took 10 minutes to cast in the middle of that, was actually doing some good. So we have to get these back up before your ward wears off.
I agree. So what are your ideas?
Well, if the glyph is gone, like you said, maybe we just have to rewrite it. So I don't know if that's some sort of learned thing, or if the flock can help us, or if we remember what they look like, but we might just have to redraw it and then activate them to get the word back.
Is the glyph the map that she lost?
No.
What is the glyph?
Glyphs. So there was symbols on the wards.
Oh, right.
Because they were showing as enchant, that's faded. The atlas is something different.
The Atlas. Right. Everyone blamed me, but it actually wasn't me. Yeah, that one. Okay.
I'm gonna jump over to the other three. What are you guys doing as this conversation's going on? And we'll wrap up, I think, pretty
So-
soon.
Elpis has no idea that they're already looking at a ward. I know that was likely Eilif's intention, but I think that Elpis is going to go off in a different direction, probably towards Danico's, to make sure that Caleb and Marianne are on their way back to Pillows Inn. But I'd like to potentially stop at the ward that's kind of southeast of the portmanteaus.
Yeah, easy enough. You can do that.
Okay.
You get there.
What do I see there? Paint me a word picture.
So this ward overlooks not only the little cliff and the ocean. Yeah, it also is a great vantage point of the docks. Some of the docks that, while empty, ships would have been coming into. This would be kind of the area that you went down to. Well, some of you went on a covert mission to steal some loot from a boat, and where Captain Zavander was trying to rebuild his ship before it set sail for the mainland. The ward itself is like the rest of them. They're all blank, as you can notice that there's nothing, like some of the symbols that were there and any of the magic that was connecting them has dissipated. They are smooth, polished rock, very carved with deliberate. Like these stones were placed, and like they're not just naturally forming; they were placed specifically to serve as lodestones, touchstones, anchor points for the sigils.
So, I think while Elpis is there, she's gonna put her hand on the stone. And I think because she's looking out over the water, and I'm imagining the wind is in her hair, and she's kind of taking a moment of reflection. And Elpis is still very much learning, and her one goal in life is to help people find inspiration within themselves and to live a life that they feel proud of. And so she's very much just kind of reflecting on the interaction that we had with Fate and the group, and how she feels like she can be a better leader and motivator within the group.
That.
And so she's going to take a couple of moments there and just kind of compose herself, and then carry on over to Portmanteaus.
See Danica coming in. They're inside safely. I've let Caleb kind of play with my polishes, but as long as it doesn't get too messy in there, we should be okay.
Good.
Marianne's watching over him.
Thank you for taking care of everyone here and helping protect Sonder.
You and your friends are true treasures. This is the second time you've saved me, so I appreciate it.
Elpis, like, really tentatively, like she's not sure if she's cool enough to do this, kind of puts her fist bump out, like, yeah. She's, is that what we do here? Cool. Okay. And
I thought you were gonna lean in for a kiss or something.
no kidding.
No, not in your weird
All right,
fanfic cam.
Yeah. And then I think I think she's actually just gonna head back towards the group, or see if she can find anyone else. Leave Caleb with Marianne, and just let them know that she'll meet them back at Pillows in a little bit. She's gonna try to keep helping the town.
As you do, Danica just goes, just so you know, Caleb said he was pretty proud with how brave you were being.
Aww. That's so nice. I think what you see is Elpis, the kind of glitter that's in her wings actually kind of just, you can kind of just see a very light shimmer, like almost like humans get goosebumps when something impacts them. Elpis feels that, but her wings have like a shimmer that come on.
I get bruises when things impact me.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
so...
Can you also ask that Riviera brings me back the book? I don't think he gave me back the Starfire Instruments book.
Oh, sure.
That'd be
Is it
appreciated.
overdue?
Yeah, he was holding it when all this chaos broke out. So, you know,
Hella late fees, man.
Yeah, those are some...
there's no late fees. I'd like it back in due
Okay.
time.
Okie dokie. Okay. I'll make sure to tell him. That's all I got, Eric, right now.
Gives you another fist bump as you take off. Riviera, what are you doing?
I want to catch up with Chunty, apparently, as he is listed on the map.
He changed his name.
Yeah. No, I wanna go up to CB just back in human regular Riviera form. Just I appreciate you sticking it out there with me. Shit was getting a little bit dicey, a couple moments, and just want to thank you. Thank you for not running away. Ditching me.
Yeah,
Appreciate.
I got to say you. I guess likewise, you always seem to whenever the going gets rough, you're always able to pull through. So thank you. Also, how did you learn all that shit? You've turned into a bear and a horse and all sorts of shit. Where did that come from?
Good question.
Well, it's kind of a family thing. Some people have dice. Some people, listen to the environment. Hone in on their natural side things.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I wanna. This is gonna become every campaign. I wanna stretch out my arm, like this, so he can grab it like this.
He does that, and you'll feel Riviera kind of pull you in a little bit.
Oh.
Just whisper in your ear, we're splitting that gold, right?
Oh yeah, actually, I was going to legitimately
Cool.
give out the what I was gonna do. So yes, I'll do this character. Yes, I haven't forgotten about any of this. Actually, what I'll do is I'll like pocket because we're like in a cool moment. I'll give you like half of it right now, and then the items I'm gonna identify tonight, and we'll figure out who they can go to. Because are you interested in the mace?
Potentially. Yeah, I'm also poor as fuck. I have 0 money on my name, so this is like.
Oh really?
Yeah. We can figure out the items later as a
I'll
group.
give you 125 of that 250 and 50 silver. And then I'm gonna figure out the items tonight so we can discuss tomorrow as a group.
Was this the stuff from
Sounds good.
Claw?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I think unless there's anything else, I'll say you guys kind of like work on just doing some disaster management, helping out where you can, meeting people, getting to know the townsfolk, assisting, and then you all kind of return to Pello's Inn, which is kind of a safe house for you to catch some rest. CB, we can kind of jump into the identification of these items.
Did Chunty get a premonition?
No, we didn't.
Not ever not gonna be funny.
So um, as you are looking through these items, the mace itself you take some time to identify, and it is a mace of disruption. You see the head of this mace is fairly ornate. As you hold onto it, it like kind of bristles with a bit of a faint glow, like it could light up if you were to control it, like a lantern, and also has some heft to it. The ring in itself takes a long time to identify. Like it's almost like you have to kind of like work through like abjuration magic, protection magic on it. That's hiding its real identity, but you're able to work through that over the course of the evening, and you discover that it's a ring of regeneration. And finally the pendant.
Regenerating Sean.
And finally the pendant. This one hits you like a brick when you start working on it.
Pendant of bricks?
No. As you are almost kind of thrown back by like what you're able to discover, like focusing and honing in on it and understanding it. And this is where you're hit with your premonition, or your echo, if you will, as you've held this thing before.
You've held it.
It is the Starfire pendant.
Is that good?
You should be able to add those 3 things to your character, but it is one of the Starfire instruments.
It is one of the Starfire, pardon?
Instruments. So one of the
Instruments. Okay.
the artifacts that the gods had.
Okay.
And your echo is you basically just you looking down at your hands holding this, and then you snap back to yourself. Your hands holding this.
Okay. I do that probably on my own, either while everybody's chatting and I'm at my own table, or like at that night before bed.
So as you all
So I
go
do that.
down for the evening,
Okay.
you're able to take a long rest at the end of this.
Yay!
Thank God.
Except for Fate.
What?
She takes a point of exhaustion
Oh, boy.
Why? Why do you
Why?
hate me?
as she feels the curse that Claw gave
Oh
her
yeah!
still
Shit!
on.
I could have used
Oh.
the fucking. Oh no! I have a remove curse on thing, but I used it for this damn wards. No!
Yeah.
You have 5 more days to make sure you remove the curse from yourself.
Yeah.
Why 5 days?
Eric, am I still poisoned?
As you sleep, the poison is
Where's
removed.
the exhaustion being?
Okay.
I just take 1 hit.
Conditions. Where it says conditions, active conditions, add active conditions. There you go. And it's at the bottom. You're at 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, so now I don't regenerate, so I'm still at
You're still at 2 high.
2 hit points. Okay. Okay.
And I think that's where we'll end tonight.
Nice.